Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we read your emails and play your voicemails, although we have a fuck ton of voicemails, so we might just play those today. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Ooh,
okay.
You sounded so nice there. We have so many we have like 40 voicemails or something crazy. So
I am going to say this really quickly. There was one voicemail that came through. It was from an area code 415. I cannot hear it, but you left a full length message. But if you want to call back, that would be great because I just can't hear what you're saying.
Oh,
great.
No.
415.
Well,
415 calling
you
all
got to call back.
415ers.
415.
415.
Please call back. All right, should we get to the first voicemail?
Okay, here we go.
Hi, it's Kiara again. This message is for the web crawlers. I wanted to talk about some synchronicities that have been happening in my life. I'm taking a forensics course, and we were talking about fingerprinting one day, and no, I was not fingerprinting, my bad. It was copying someone else's handwriting and how hard it is to match someone's exact handwriting.
Oh.
And then the day, right after I got home from school, I went on TikTok, and a video about that exact same thing popped up.
Weird.
So I thought that was very interesting. It's like someone's listening on the phone, which, probably someone is. And then today, I was in my bioengineering class, and we were talking about some sort of herbicide. Cannot remember what it's called. They used it in the Vietnam War, but my teacher was telling us that when he worked in the Forest Service, he used to use that same stuff, and they came in 30-gallon drums, and that same thing popped up on my TikTok today, and I thought that was very interesting. So, don't know if you consider that synchronicity, but just thought I'd share it. Keep thinking of things to share. Anyway, thank you guys. Bye.
Weird. Speaking of TikTok.
Oh, we have a TikTok now.
We're on TikTok, guys. We're fully on TikTok.
You can find us at Web Crawlers, and we have some great stuff. Haunted dolls, sleep paralysis, Red Lobster,
the Ouija board,
Satan, Ouija board, Brave Little Toaster, history of Halloween, vampires. Get on there, tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Okay, one last time. It's Allison.
I'm Allison.
I just wanted to finish that up with
what was
back in September, my BFF, my soul sister, wrote an email to y'all about the tardy furniture murders of Winona, Mississippi, and spoke of her friend. I am that friend. I don't think those things, the sleep paralysis in that particular case, are related. But it did happen the summer after that Easter event. I love your show. Thank you for listening as well. And have a lovely, lovely day, night, whatever you got going on. Bye-bye.
So that was probably a part 2 to something that I don't remember.
That would make sense.
Another listener of ours, Patrick Fasackerly, is from that Mississippi town where those furniture murders took place.
He is the tardy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hi, this is a call for the web crawlers. Just became a Patreon member, and my name is Alexis, ALEXYSS, and I don't know why when you said my name on the announcement of your new Bimbo patrons, it really shook me. I always forget how weird my name is spelled. But I think I'm a little bit nervous because I've never successfully called into a podcast before. Who even knows if they'll ever listen to it? But
here we are.
Can't believe I forgot about this one moment until literally just now about something I could call in about. The fact that even though I don't know if I firmly believe in ghosts, I may or may not have lived in a haunted house as a child.
Wow, tell us more.
So, oh my God. Okay, I'll start with the fact that
Full disclosure, when I was a kid, I full on wanted to be a cult leader. When I saw Yaya's Sisters movie, I don't know if you've ever seen that, I full on tried to get my 3 best friends to do a blood oath with me. None of them said yes. I wonder why. We were like 7. But that's besides the point. But that also was what led to me deciding that we needed to do a seance in my house. Granted, I was probably like 10 at this point. I had no idea how the freaking hell to do a seance. So I just kind of like, I don't know, I just like lit one of those, you know those candles that people put, those like fake plug-in candles that people put in like their windows around Christmas time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That like look like a candle, but it's just like a little flame-looking light bulb on top. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so long already. I'm so sorry. I'm so descriptive. But we have like this little candle thing, basically a little tiny lamp in the corner as some amount of light. The door shut and all the rest of the lights off. And we just kind of sat in a circle, and I did like some weird, like, if you're a spirit and you can hear me, blah, 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 like some weird thing. I made it up totally. I was definitely like 10 years old, never knew what I was doing. And then, like, obviously at first nothing happened. But then about a minute after I was done, the door that was like, oh, wait, sorry, the door is slightly open. That's an important detail. The door shut. The ceiling fan began to spin on its own. Spin on its own slightly, and the freaking light fell and went out. So then we're just these 3, like, I don't know, different age ranges. My little sister was there. My poor freaking, like, 8-year-old sister are all just, like, screaming in the dark because we swear we just had, like, a freaking ghost moment. And then my, like, stepdad and mom, like, run upstairs and are like, what the fucking hell is going on? And then I told them what we did. And my stepdad actually looked scared and was like, you should not do that. This house is old as hell. Yeah, because he definitely believes in ghosts.
And there's a part 2.
Okay, this is for the web crawlers. This is Alexis again. I got cut off. I mean, luckily that was basically the end of that one story. But I have 3 more that are arguably more terrifying. And I'm deciding if I should just, hold on to those for future phone calls. I want you guys to ask for more. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't.
Want more.
We want more.
Doesn't matter. Anywho, yeah, that's my ghost story. There are 2 more. That's awkward. Yeah, so there are 2 more. And if you want them, I'll happily call in again. One involves a creepy child and a creepy dark shadow in my attic. Yeah, okay. Love you guys. Bye.
I like this hard to get.
Love this. Yes.
We have to beg for it.
Call us again, please.
But
Please
also,
call
I
us
think
again.
we should say that this Friday is a live show.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Yes, for my birthday. So this Friday, my birthday is March 9. And so we're going to have a live show March 5. Call in with your scary stories. Call in with like compliments for me. Honestly, anything will do. That'll do, pig. Come dressed up. You can do dressed up for cocktail hour if you want.
The theme is Allie, celebrating Allie, a life well lived.
A life.
Yes.
A life well lived.
A life well lived. Exactly. I'm going to write that down.
I got to write that down. That's
I got to write that down.
Speaks to me. Okay, next
for when I make the invite. Celebrating Allie.
My name is Ashley, and I'm hella behind. And was just listening to the Red Lobster gift card mailbag episode.
Classic.
When homeboy with like the devil in his basement nightmare. Like, yeah, his house is definitely, that house is haunted. That's why you don't have those dreams anymore. But it reminded me that like my whole life, I have sleep paralysis first of all. Oh. But I have this whack ass. Every time I have to get to a fight with my little sister Jessica, I have this whack ass dream. I was probably 4. So she was, like, walking age, 3 years younger than me. And, like, still, like, I'm 35 years old. If we have an argument, I have this dream, and we're the same ages. She, like, walks out of our house in the middle of the night, and we lived on a busy street at that time. There's, like, a trampoline in the yard, and we didn't have a trampoline. So, like, this 1-year-old climbs up on the trampoline, because, it's a dream and shit like that happens. She's jumping on the trampoline. But then, like, a fucking werewolf comes and snatches her. And then, like, I'm screaming
Is
for
this
my
a dream?
parents because,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why are
Oh.
you paying attention to your children? And the old lady that lived to the right of us comes out with a shotgun and, like, shoots the werewolf. And the sound of the shotgun makes me wake up, air quotes. Sleep paralysis for me, I always feel like I'm awake, but I'm still, like, sleeping. And I wake up, and I'm in my bedroom at that age, and I see this, like, werewolf shadow creeping down the hall. And there's a werewolf shadow creeping down the hall. And then it comes and, like, sits down on my bed and talks. And then I'm, like, fucking freaking out. I can't even absorb what it's saying. Because a little werewolf chilling on my bed talking to me. And then it, like, takes off its head, and it's my great-grandmother.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, my whole life I have that dream when I was
Whoa.
Oh, weird.
my ex-husband's real into his spirituality is very strange. And he always used to tell me when we were together, if I talked about that dream, that it's repressed trauma that comes out like that. But I don't know. Maybe my brain's on it. Bye!
Okay.
That's crazy.
Super crazy.
I dreamt of deer last night, which was weird. The animal.
And what happened?
I can't even remember. It just in my dream there were all these deers.
Wow.
Nothing happened to them. They were just there.
Wonder what that means.
Hi,
know.
this message is for the web crawlers. This is MK. It's been a while since I called or emailed, but I'm still here and a faithful listener. I knew someone was going to beat me to emailing or calling in about the feral people thing that's going around TikTok, but I just wanted to add, not to steal their thunder. I think their name was Sarah, but not to steal their thunder. But just wanted to add that there's a documentary about it on Hulu called Missing 411. Not super conclusive to anything, but it talks about the case that they mentioned in their email and then a few other ones, including a boy that's still missing from, I want to say, Idaho. And then they also talk about how at the end of the documentary, they said, okay, well, can we have a list of all the people that have gone missing in national parks? And the National Park Service said, well, we don't have that, but if you did want it, we could give it to you for $1.4 million. So very suspicious.
What?
And then the last thing I wanted to add was that one of the people that made the original TikTok saying that they lived in the area of a park and they knew there were feral people there, and it was it was not a great vibe, but it was a vibe, and it was just kind of happening. Their TikTok got mysteriously taken down, as did most of their account. So ever since that happened, it's been, I think, increased interest because it's clearly something that someone along the lines is trying to hide. They also talk about how maybe it was animals that took some of these kids, but anyway, it has some Diallo past energy as well. So hope you guys do a full episode. Just wanted to add that because I was super excited about it. And love you guys. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, we got to do a full episode on feral people because people have been calling about this and
that's
emailing
so
us.
crazy.
I didn't know there's a documentary. I got to watch that.
Hong Kong. This message is for web crawlers. So I have a quick funny story about Hong Kong. Every time I hear someone say Hong Kong, I think of the story of my little sister. She was about 6, being chased in South Carolina by a bunch of evil geese, and I was running away laughing. Sorry, Morgan.
Evil
anyway,
geese.
I wanted to call in real quick and talk about kind of deja vu, synchronicity things. I've had some weird things happen to me. When I was moving, I had to rent a U-Haul, so I asked my grandfather to pick me up and drop me off at the U-Haul. He said, okay. And as we were driving to the U-Haul, he's older. He was in a 74. He just kind of has really bad driving techniques. He just kind of will blow through a red light and honk his horn. Hong Kong. But anyway, after he dropped me off at the U-Haul, my mom called me, making sure everything was okay. And I told my mom, I said, hey, Pappy's going to kill someone.
What?
Fast forward 2 days later, my grandfather, this is a really sad story, and I don't mean to be a bummer, but my grandfather hit and killed someone while he was driving. It wasn't his fault, but anyway, he was driving past an Olive Garden or whatever, and an employee came in drunk, and the employee just ran across a main road, and it happened to be the same time my grandfather was driving, and yeah, so that was pretty crazy.
Oh my God.
I called my mom freaking out and crying and said that, all this freaky stuff. But yeah, so that's my crazy, deja vu. I knew something was going to happen. All right, shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Bye.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's nuts.
That's crazy.
Horrible.
Shout out to Cleveland.
Shout out to Cleveland. They used to say that on the Drew Carey show.
What about the Drew Carey show?
Didn't they used to say that on? Do you know what I mean, Maria?
Yeah, it was all of the Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks. Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what
the
you
theme
guys
song.
are talking about.
It's a theme song to the Drew Carey show. Hello.
Yeah,
Never watched
Mimi.
the Drew Carey show.
Oh my God,
It's a good
love
show.
Hi, this is for web crawlers. I'm bad at talking. My name is Mel, and I was just listening to the Circleville Letters episode, and so I have sold my underwear online, and it went pretty good.
Sick.
I just got tired of talking to people who wanted to talk to me after I was done with the sale, but I didn't want people to know my address either. So what I would do is I would put my address as the address I was sending it to, and I still had to have them weigh it out and pay everything, but I put a pseudonym name for mine, and I've never had any issues with it. So that's just a little fun fact.
Oh.
I still paid for postage because, yeah. I love you guys' show, and you're all very pretty. I love you. Bye.
Wow. Selling your underwear.
I don't get it. How would you do it?
Because I had brought up, why don't you just use your return address as your whatever you're sending something to? Why don't you just give it as the return address, and then they'd have to, if there wasn't enough postage, they just send it back to.
They would just send it back to where it came from.
But she's saying she would just use the address she was sending it to as the return address, and then pay for postage also. So it's a little different.
Smart. Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, web crawlers, this is Alexa. I'm calling y'all because I heard about this spooky thing. It's from TikTok, so it's how real is this? I don't know. But apparently there's feral humans in the Smoky Mountains.
Way.
And
Oh my God.
people hear them eating families and little kids every day, and the government is trying to cover it up. I Googled it, and one of the first search results is Reddit, which to me is this is just a really well done creepypasta. But I don't know. I thought it was scary, and I saw it at 2 a.m. and I was because I go hiking alone a lot, and it's just creepy to think about someone could eat me. But I'm also I feel I could fend off a cannibal. So there's a question for y'all. What do y'all think about Smoky Mountain feral humans, and do you think you could fight off a cannibal? Thanks. Love y'all.
This is, people are obsessed with
I'm obsessed.
feral people getting
Gotta
taken. This
do
is
an
crazy. It's a
episode.
phenomenon.
We have to.
I
We
looked
have
on
to.
TikTok. There's so many videos about
know.
feral people. Oh my God.
Could I fend off a cannibal? Well, it depends on, I mean,
who they
gonna
are. I
try
mean,
to-
if it's The Rock, no. But if
if it's Army Hammer, yeah, I could defend myself.
you could. You really? I bet he has a good upper body strength, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. No,
You
he
think
probably
he's-
does push-ups, but doesn't really work out. He's one of those he's in
I feel
shape, but not strong.
You could distract him easily too. You could be like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Yeah.
And he'd probably turn
flash
around.
a titty, and then he'd get so distracted.
And then you just run away.
I'm actually pretty afraid of cannibals.
You are.
Not that I think they exist, not the existence of cannibals, but if I was to be encounter a cannibal, I would be very afraid.
Well, you heard
Yeah.
it here first.
If I
you
was in front of
guys.
a gun, if someone held a gun to me, I don't know. I mean, I'd be afraid, but if I was in the room with someone and they wanted to eat me, I would be
You wouldn't be
terrified.
afraid if someone held a gun to you, but if someone held up a knife and fork, you'd piss yourself.
And some salt and pepper. You'd
Yeah,
be
some
more
salt.
afraid.
I would
And a
fucking
plate.
lose it.
There was a boiling pot of water.
silverware.
Just enough to put a head in.
Just imagine being cut up and eaten. Because they usually, I think, do it when you're still alive and stuff. Like, no thanks, man.
Yeah.
No thanks, man.
I mean, I'm going to pass on that. Sorry.
Hi, this is Olivia calling from Wisconsin.
Oh,
So I
cheese
love
curds.
hearing about our Michigan gal all the time when she references the Midwest and how terribly cold it is. It's like negative 16 today. Anyway,
such to be you.
first off, I love you guys. And second, I just wanted to tell like a funny kind of scary thing. So I was in bed and I woke up to like really bright lights. Like I sat up like, oh my gosh, blinding.
Uh-oh.
And I have a Vizio TV in my bedroom, and the big V on the Vizio like came up, and I was like totally freaked out, and it like took forever to turn off. And then it never happened again. And then we went out the following night with some friends. So, and they said that their Vizio TV like lights up with the big V, and the only way theirs turns off is if you unplug it. So I was like freaked out thinking it was like a ghost or something at first, but turns out, and then I Googled it and turns out it's just like some kind of issue with Vizio. I was thinking maybe an update. I don't know. But that's one of my spookier, creepier stories.
Terrifying.
And that's it. Thanks. Love you guys.
Beware of Vizio TVs.
What is a Vizio?
I actually
TV?
am terrified when things update, to be
Just like a
honest.
brand of TV.
Yeah, it's just a brand.
Oh, I see.
Don't
okay,
buy
yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
see.
Oh, yes, I see.
I
see.
see.
Vizio.
This is Devin from Cleveland. I called you a little earlier ago about how I predicted my grandfather killing someone. I felt like a total buzzkill. But that's not the only like deja vu I've had. I keep having them frequently. Some examples would be like I called my sister's pregnancy about 2 weeks before she announced it.
Whoa.
Wow.
I knew my parents were getting a divorce, which was really crazy.
I don't know if that's
that was a crazy time in my life. But ever since I started listening to you guys,
Could have been some
I feel
other
like
signs.
I'm putting two and two together more frequently with deja vus, and it really freaks me out.
It's all Craig's fault.
Don't know. Are we living in a world?
Are we? I don't know.
It just ends.
Food
That's
for
the
thought.
best ending. Are we living in a world?
The end. Wow.
Hey, web callers. This is Alexa. Sorry if I sound sniffly. I just got out of therapy. But I'm calling you again because after my therapy session, I was like, I need my girls to lift me back up and, like, get me smiling again, right? And so I put on those episodes today. And, like, the second email is about the freaking feral humans in national parks. And I just left a voicemail about that before I listened to the episode. So one, now I sound really stupid in that voicemail. But two, that's a weird synchronicity because, like, I'm assuming y'all's voicemails and / emails are, like, you know, a little behind.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
not fully synced with the time. So it's not like this person saw that TikTok the same time around I saw it. And, like, what are the odds that I would call y'all today and be like, blah, 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 feral humans? Because normally I procrastinate voicemailing y'all when I have something to tell y'all. And I'm sorry. It's just insane. So I wanted to issue my official apology for, like, making that voicemail when y'all had already talked about it. So, like, this is my apology for that. I'm really sorry if I offended anyone.
She's
with
going to
that
leave
or
another
anything.
apology email after
And I
this
also
one.
just want to say what a crazy synchronicity that I called, like, the exact same day y'all released this episode, and I hadn't listened to the episode. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the episode now. I love y'all. Bye.
Can't wait for her next voicemail. I'm sorry that I sent a voicemail
Yeah.
that someone else.
That's our like fourth feral people. We
This is
gotta look
crazy.
into this, man.
This is
People
crazy.
are obsessed with it. It's crazy.
You have to do an episode on this. Is important. I am imploring you. People want to know.
Okay.
Mama
All
Jer
right.
Maria. Mama Jer
Just wanted
Maria.
to say happy Pisces season to Miss Allie, big Pisces energy Siegel. Love you all. Boy, yo, 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 yo.
Shout out.
Oh, thanks. A
Okay,
life well lived.
A life well lived.
Celebrating Allie, a life well lived.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Megan. I called like a month and a half ago about the Guardian Angel watch update. Not really anything. I haven't had much activity, so maybe talking to Uncle Bob out loud worked. I don't know. I just finished listening to the last episode, the mini episode about the update on Elisa Lam and the DLF test. And I just wanted to say that, Allie, something about your voice sounds very peppy and happy, and I love it. It's just, you sound really good. And you sound happy, and I love it. And then I also wanted to tell you a little bit about some experiences I've had with sleep paralysis. I've had it several times, and it is terrifying. And I know that I've read about it, there are scientific explanations, but just the fact that everybody has like very similar experiences where they feel like they're being held down and there's like a dark cloud. And the thing that gets me about it is when I wake up, I feel like somebody just let go of me. It's a very hard thing to describe, but I feel like I've just been let go. Like I can feel like somebody, I don't know. Anyway,
I know what she's on.
Love your show, of course, and you guys are great. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. I know what she's talking about. The feeling of like, because the few times that I've had it, I remember waking up feeling like I was falling from something or like someone let go of me, and I woke up and I felt like I fell back into my bed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If that makes
weird.
sense. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, we got a couple more voicemails.
Hi, this is a message for the web crawlers. La 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 la.
Nice.
My name's Amy. I am the person that emailed in about my family curse with people dying every time we went on a holiday together.
Oh,
I would just
remember
like to
that.
update you and let you know that maybe the coronavirus was God's way of shutting down my family holiday, but we have not been on a holiday in quite a while, so everybody is safe for now.
Good.
I just wanted to call and tell you about a really crazy murder that happened in my hometown in Ireland when I was in high school. I was in my second last year of high school. I'm not sure what you call it in the U.S., but in Ireland we called it sixth year because we went up to 7 years of high school, so it was the sixth year. Anyway, and I did drama and theater studies, and I had my teacher for drama and theater studies. Her name was Miss Rankin, and she was amazing. Well, one year we went on our Christmas break. When we came back, we were told Miss Rankin would not be back for the rest of the year because of a family incident.
Oh, no.
Well, then we find out that her mother, who was 81 years old, on Christmas Eve, she was supposed to go and spend Christmas with her family, but she was unwell with a chest infection, so she decided to stay at home. And she had a neighbor who visited her often. This woman was quite a well-to-do businesswoman. She owned a lot of pharmacies in the south of Ireland. Her husband, he was a bit of a big shot over there as well. And he was actually the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland. Like, he was on the council of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland. Anyway, so they owned a lot of pharmacies and things like that. And this neighbor would go in to visit the older Mrs. Rankin quite often. And on Christmas Day, the family tried to call her and couldn't get through, so they went to her house and they found her very brutally murdered. This 81-year-old woman. She had been stabbed multiple times, and she had been stabbed with her own crucifix, which she had beside her bed to say her evening prayers, which is crazy. And
there's a part two.
Oh my God.
I love her accent, by the way.
I know.
Me too.
Oh no, I'm officially one of those people who ramble on too long when they're leaving voicemail. Anyway, so yes, it turns out that the neighbor with the pharmaceutical, with the pharmacies, had murdered this 81-year-old woman. She went in to visit her on Christmas Eve, and she got annoyed and yes, murdered her with her own crucifix, which was horrific.
God.
And yeah, it was really bad. And I lived in that town, and the house that the elderly woman, the older Mrs. Rankin, lived in was actually the house next door to where my auntie had previously lived until maybe a year prior. I'm not saying it's related to my family curse, not at all, but it is a really interesting case. And if you wanted to do an episode about it, you can just Google, it's like a murder. I think there's a documentary called The Murder Next Door, or The Murderer Next Door. And it's just based in Uri in Northern Ireland, and you can read heaps about it. There's a lot of twists and turns, but yeah, it was quite gruesome, and I thought that I should share that with you because obviously I've had a couple of Ginny and Tauntauns. And yeah, what else do you do when you've had a couple of drinks except call your favorite podcast to share some gruesome stories? I hope you're all having a great time during lockdown, and thank you for being so entertaining. You guys are like friends to all of us, and okay, love you. Bye.
Wow, that's crazy. The murder
It
next
is crazy.
Jenny and Tauntauns.
Lockdown.
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 Jenny and Tauntauns.
Next voicemail.
Oh my freaking God. So I'm driving home from work, listening to you guys like I always do. And I'm in the market for a new car. So every time I'm driving, I check out all the new cars, what looks cute. And I see this cute little blue Yaris, Toyota Yaris. And I'm like, that's pretty cute. What about that one? And I text my boyfriend, he's a mechanic. And I'm like, hey, I always like, what about this car? What's the reliability, blah, blah, blah. And then, you guys are going into the dead crash test dummies, and Allie's talking about being a crash test dummy for a freaking Toyota Yaris. And
We have to make an audiogram of that. I forgot.
Because what the hell? Okay, bye. Okay, guys.
There's a PT
It's
Cruiser
weird.
and a Toyota Yaris.
I totally forgot about that. That'd be a funny audiogram.
Well,
Wow.
Is that it?
yeah.
Well, for today, yeah, for today.
For
Well,
today.
there we go. All right. So please keep the voicemails coming. We love them so much. You guys are truly the best. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.